So Tuesday was a busy night for primaries, and yeah, we saw an upset in the most expensive House primary in American history. In New York's 16th district, the Democratic primary there, incumbent progressive Congressman Jamaal Bowman lost to Westchester County Executive George Latimer. That is a race that highlighted the party's deep divide over Israel. CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion joins us from Capitol Hill with more on this. Nikole, how significant, in your view, is the result of that race, and what was the political impact of Israel, and what did it have to do with it?
Well, it's significant in the sense that this is the first time we've seen a member of the so-called squad, in essence, knocked off by a challenger. And interestingly, it was Jamaal Bowman who knocked off an incumbent about 4 years ago, but now kind of finding himself in the same predicament where he has been voted out as a result of this primary. But look, he told me ahead of this primary race, that he stands by his position. He is someone who called for a permanent ceasefire, someone who opposes U.S. military assistance going to Israel. And he stood by those positions and said, well, yes, we have to condemn what happened on October 7th. On the same token, you also have to do more and be concerned about the plight of the Palestinians. George Latimer, for his part, also told me that he feels that his position was kind of more in alignment with the Democratic Party as a whole, and that now that, of course, he has won this primary, that he looks forward to working with Democratic officials, even those who didn't support him, like Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
On another topic, Nikole, Republican Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna says she will move forward to force a vote on holding Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt. What's new on that front?
Well, this is yet another attempt on the part of House Republicans to go after the Attorney General. Of course, we know earlier this month the House did vote to hold the Attorney General in contempt of Congress for defying a congressional subpoena. Ultimately, the Justice Department, though, said that it is not going to prosecute its boss, the Attorney General. This was all over those recordings between Special Counsel Robert Hur and President Biden, which were protected by executive privilege. So that's why the Department of Justice declined to take action. But House Republicans say they still want those tapes. So this inherent contempt is kind of an archaic mechanism that basically would require the sergeant at arms, like literally, to arrest the Attorney General, bring him before the chamber, something that hasn't been utilized in over 100 years. Right now, though, it's unclear if there are the votes for that, even though Speaker Johnson seems amenable to eventually potentially bringing this to the floor.
I think we've got some sound from the Congresswoman. Can we listen to that?
What Garland could do, and the right thing to do, would be for him to present himself to the House of Representatives. I think this idea and the hypothetical that he's hoping for, in which the sergeant at arms would go pull him into custody, if we pass this and it's successful, we will direct the Speaker to call up the sergeant at arms, of which they do have the authority under this inherent contempt motion to bring him into custody.
Yeah, buttoning up all that you had to say there, Nikole. A final topic I want to squeeze in before we run out of time. We've got some celebrity appearances on the Hill, including some reality TV stars and country music icons. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right. And there have been no shortage of celebrity sightings here on Capitol Hill recently, between 50 Cent and Usher. Now we have Paris Hilton and Randy Travis on the Hill. But Paris Hilton, she has actually come to the Hill many times before, really advocating on the issue of combating child abuse and strengthening child welfare. That is something that she testified about this morning before the House Ways and Means Committee. Also later today, we'll hear from country music star Randy Travis, who suffered a stroke about a decade ago, but will advocate for music artists to be paid royalties by AM and FM stations when their songs are played on the radio. There's some legislation to do just that, so he will be testifying in favor of that alongside his wife later today.
All right. Well, Nikole Killion, you are our star. Thanks for being across it all today. Appreciate it.
You bet.